Oh, you're gonna dodge my kick. Take that! G'day everyone and welcome to my belated review of Bulletstorm, released last month for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 and the PC. Let's get straight into it. You play as Grayson Hunt, who fought alongside his 3 squad mates in an elite group of assassins known as Dead Echo. It is soon revealed that the squad's commanding officer, General Serrano, has been lying about the nature of their targets and they have been killing innocent people of Serrano's choosing. Angered by this betrayal and fueled by booze, Hunt attacks Serrano's ship, the Ulysses, before ploughing his ship through it, causing both parties to crash land on the planet Stygia, a former resort planet now overrun with feral mutant tribes and all kinds of dangers. It is now up to Hunt and his surviving squad mate Ishii to escape the dangerous planet and make Serrano accountable for his actions. The plot throughout Bulletstorm, I felt, was told very well. The story was interesting and was presented in such a way that I felt immersed the entire playthrough. One complaint, however, would be that I found myself to fucking dislike Ishii. He just had a bad attitude, and whenever the mood would elevate, he would simply bring it straight back down again.
It's alright. Let it out.
I'm fine.
And I don't think so. Who knows what the water did to your sutures or the robotic shit.
I'm fine.
Hey, shut up, Ishii, okay? Don't listen to him, Gray. He's being a fuckhead. Ishii? Fuck off. I think the best way to describe Bulletstorm's gameplay is different yet awesome. It plays similarly to other first-person shooters but contains unique gameplay elements that distinguish it from the remainder of the genre. Players can of course utilise several different types of weaponry which are each very satisfying to use, but can also kick enemies into the air where they'll enter zero gravity, allowing players to pull off some pretty satisfying executions. As well as kicking enemies, early in the game you are provided with the infamous leash, which can be used to grab distant enemies and pull them towards you. Not only that, but players can use both their boot and the leash to pull or kick enemies into environmental hazards, or pull or kick environmental hazards into enemies, which can result in some brutally epic kills.
Good marksmanship.
Through using various weapons, kicking, leashing and environmental hazards to kill enemies, players will gain skill points for every different kill they achieve. Accumulated skill points can be used to purchase weapon ammo as well as weapon and leash upgrades through a series of drop kits littered throughout the campaign. There are literally a ton of skill shots that players can perform, and you'll likely play the game beyond its conclusion just to accomplish every single one. The skill shot system makes every kill memorable and just adds to Bulletstorm's charm. The overall length of Bulletstorm's campaign is about 8 to 10 hours, and throughout the experience you'll be faced with a variety of different enemies, each more challenging than the last, forcing players to adopt different strategies and weapon loadouts. There are also numerous mini-boss fights throughout the game which were original at first but became recycled toward the end, but they certainly up the challenge in a lot of sticky situations.
Body shuffle.
Brutal here!
As well as varied enemy types, Bulletstorm also provides gameplay changes such as some vehicular segments and one part in particular that had you controlling a fucking mechanical dinosaur. But although I personally had more fun dealing damage on foot, the gameplay changes and varied enemies helped keep things fresh and the game never got stale or repetitive. Of course, once the single player is taken care of, momentarily, and I say this because you will return to it, there is also online multiplayer. Anarchy mode places players cooperatively against numerous waves of different enemies, but the focus isn't as much on survival as it is on killing enemies to earn enough skill points to progress to the next wave. Despite the lack of maps at this point, there is definitely fun to be had, but as the game requires a massive amount of teamwork to gain the required skill points to advance, a selfish or non-team player will ruin it for everyone else. In fact, as an example, I actually recall one particular session in which my team and I were stuck on a wave and all we needed to do was to kick the last enemy into an environmental hazard to advance. Just as we were about to kick the bastard, a stupid little prick leashed him, pulling the enemy away before shooting him and gaining absolutely no fucking points. I was like, yeah, thanks mate, you fuckhead. There's also Echo mode, which kinda reminds me of Spec Ops from Modern Warfare 2. It basically takes scenarios from the story campaign and allows players to replay them, gaining as many points as possible. It is fun, but not quite as fun as Anarchy mode in the online multiplayer. The game's presentation is top notch. The visuals are breathtaking across a variety of different environments, and some of the backdrops stood out as postcard worthy. Model detail was exquisite and the animation was fluent all the way through with little to no noticeable drops in frame rate. There were loading times throughout the game, but none were long enough to piss me off, unless I died repeatedly, in which case I'd begin to get a little fucking pissed. In the audio department, everything was great. The guns sounded brutal and satisfying, and the soundtrack and ambient sound effects accompanied the gameplay perfectly. The voice acting was excellent as well, and the trashy talk between the characters was just hilarious.
Yeah? Go fuck yourself! You shitpiles give chase, I will kill your dicks!
What? What does that even mean? You're gonna kill my dick? Well, I'll kill your dick! How about that, huh?
In summation, I can honestly say that I would wholeheartedly recommend Bulletstorm to any shooter fan or just anyone looking for a good time. With excellent visuals, plenty of content, and just downright enjoyable and unique gameplay, Bulletstorm is already a contender to be one of the best games this year. Whoa, look at all those points! If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button below, and for more videos like this one, as well as video game reviews, gameplay commentaries, and other game related media, swing over to my channel, and hey, you could always subscribe.